Yo, what is going on YouTube? I'm your boy Rory with Roar Sports Media, back talking playoffs, baby. And on the schedule, got my Cincinnati Bengals versus the Las Vegas Raiders in Cincinnati. And dude, I'm super hyped on this game, dude. It's
Right.
been a long time since I've been talking about this. So pretty excited, bro.
Oh yeah. Um, how can you not like it? I don't really like the Raiders, but I like what
The
their interim
Raiders.
head coach has done, and he's definitely given you some thought. Are you going to keep him, or are you gonna go with a one of the many available head coaches for the Raiders? So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
he's what is it? Not Fangio. Dang it.
It's a Patricio. It's something like that, dude.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Patricio. But either way, he's done a fantastic job. That being said, I'm done with the Raiders. I don't believe in Carr. I just don't. I like their defensive line, and I think that's the only advantage they're gonna have against the Bengals. But Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow as a duo is just one of the best things I've seen all season. And I would love to see the rematch of them versus the Chiefs. I
Yeah.
just want to see it. I just want to see that in the AFC Championship. It would be so fun to get that as a rematch. But Jamar Chase is the offensive rookie of the year. I don't think there's any doubt in that. I at least I believe it anyway. I don't think there's
Yeah.
anybody playing better ball than him. And Joe Burrow just tosses it up and he gets it, and they are just so good. Freaking Joe Mixon just a stellar back. He finds yards, and he's been really good, and I'm happy he stayed healthy this season. And I just think those three players are just gonna be so much. And that's not even to give a doubt to Higgins. Higgins
Yeah.
is good. And then it's Ross as well.
No.
My
Tyler
boy,
Boyd. Tyler Boyd.
boy,
Ross.
Tyler
We,
Boyd.
we,
My
we
bad.
got
Ross
we
Perot.
got we got rid of Garbage Ross down
Garbage
to New
Ross.
York.
But
Let him go
I
to that
mean,
dumpster fire.
you name it. The only weak point for the Bengals is that offensive line. And can you
Yeah.
get home to Burrow? And even then, when you get home to him, he's going to take it. He's going to stay in there, and he's going to get the ball because Jamar's down there.
Yeah.
Like,
Jamar's F it. Jamar's down there somewhere, right?
Jamar's
No.
down
So the thing about it is, like, dude. Okay, I don't want to be like overhyping my Bengals, but I just don't see
I'll do it for you.
I don't see a way that they can lose, man. Granted, it's football, anything can happen. I get
Right.
it, but on a statistical and like just team function wise, I don't see it. And not to mention home field advantage, that's huge in the playoffs. And not to mention, dude, Joe Burrow is built for this moment. Like
He is.
that dude doesn't feel any sort of anxiety. He doesn't feel any sort of pressure. He just
Nope.
it is what it is. I mean, we watched Bayou Burrow. Dude, that boy in LSU, he wasn't phased.
No,
He
never.
lived for this. This is the
Mhm.
moment he wants to be in, which is welcoming for a Cincinnati fan because I feel like the last two franchise quarterbacks we've had, dude, they shriveled up whenever the lights are brightest, dude. Andy Dalton, dude, the
Horrible.
lights came on in prime time and that boy shriveled like a raisin. And then Carson Palmer, dude, it just never seemed like that guy even liked football, honestly. Like he just played it because he was good at it.
Yeah.
And not no hate. It's just just from an outside
With all the
observer, I'm
weapons
sure those boys
Palmer
like
had,
football. It's just they're
y'all
not.
could have went further.
It's
Y'all could
not.
have went so much
Yeah,
further.
it's not Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow is built for this, and Jamar Chase is a absolute freak show, man. That kid is. Did you see him outrun the entire Kansas City defense on that play, dude?
My
That
God.
boy's got some get up. He has more get up than I thought he had coming out, and I was like, boy, this boy can move. Um, and not to mention T. Higgins, bro. That boy is AJ Green 2.0. Like, he may
Yeah.
not have the same crazy athleticism AJ had, but that boy is he's he's
Hey,
target. He's target.
he's won some games.
He's
He's won
target
some games
AJ
for
Green,
y'all.
man.
Yeah. And
Um,
my only concern is I would never get into overtime
right.
with the Raiders. I don't know what it is,
Those
but the Raiders are one of the best. They are the best overtime team this
it's
season. They
it's
really
John
are.
Madden looking down on them.
Yeah. And so I would make sure that you don't get into an overtime matchup with the
Right.
Raiders because I think they're just gonna be able to they live for that moment.
Yeah.
They're gritty. I like I said, I don't know what it is. Most franchises would have fell apart after the Gruden, after losing their top cornerback, after losing that the
After
speedster.
someone murdered someone. Oh
After
my god, dude. Do you know what's funny, dude? Well, we'll talk about it later off screen, but like, oh my god, bro. Like, how? Why? But it's not. Let's not talk about it. Let's not even talk about that.
Yeah,
But
but it's just that's my one prop
yeah,
to the Raiders. They really should have
a
fell
lot of
apart and
mental
they
fortitude
didn't.
for sure.
And even though
Derek Carr.
I don't
d-
like Derek Carr, I think this
Well,
is just kind of his year. I
so
don't think I don't know.
I love Derek Carr as a person, but I also get that Andy Dalton feeling whenever I see this guy play.
Yeah,
And he'll be decent in the regular season. He'll be decent at o'clock. He'll be good at 12 o'clock on a Sunday, but put that boy in the spot, and he just seems like he's just kind of like it's too big for him. Which I don't. It's like the opposite of Burrow. He welcomes the spotlight. That he wants the light shown on him so he can show the world what he is, and
he's
that's
the best. He's the next coming. He's the chosen one. Everybody, sorry, Trevor, but
yeah.
Joe
Well,
Joe Joe Burrow is that guy.
Joe beat him twice.
Yeah.
Sorry. Um, well, dude, I mean, to be honest, he wasn't even the best rookie quarterback this year. It was Davis Mills. No, sorry. People are gonna say it's Mac Jones, but it's Davis Mills out of the Texans. I'm gonna throw some love his way, dude. That guy had nothing.
he,
The
yeah,
Patriots won a game without Mac Jones.
yeah.
So I'm just gonna say that. But yeah, dude. When it comes
Free
to
Patch Jones.
yeah, when it comes to like the Bengals Raiders, man, like I think the matchup comes on running the football, definitely. We have to get the game started because if we let those pass rushers just no
Tee off.
obvious passing situations and tee off, man, like that's going to be a problem for our offensive
He
line.
is the
We
most
need to
active
stay
QB.
balanced, but also take our shots when we need it. We
Yep.
have a 6'4" fast as hell wide receiver. We have an absolute freak show in Jamar Chase, and we have Tyler Boyd that can just straight up eat up the middle. And then we have a safety blanket in CJ Uzama. The Bengals have like I think it's been pretty ran down to all the talking points over the past 2 weeks. The Bengals weapons are probably the best in the entire playoffs, just
My
in
my
general.
my question is to you,
Hmm.
after all of this, after this entire season, go back all the way to day one, draft picks, offseason starting. Did you think you were going to be here?
Bro,
Did you think,
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I
did you
mean,
did you think Taylor would be on the way out
dude, well, the
at
thing
this
is
point?
with Taylor, you didn't, and even he said it himself. He's not the same coach he is right now because he didn't know what his players are capable of. He didn't know Joe Burrow was Joe Burrow, right? Especially coming off that knee. He didn't know Jamar Chase was going to be as a freak show as he is. T Higgins was hurt for a lot of the early part of the year.
Yep.
So when really, to be honest, Zach Taylor kind of saved his job within the first 5 weeks of the year because we're like, oh, okay, well, they can be something. Cool, cool, cool. And it's not necessarily that I ever doubted the players. I doubted what the coaching staff and the organization were going to do because, man, they've shown me nothing for the past 2 years. I think they won a total of, I think, 5.5 games
Mm-hmm.
in 2 years. So coming into the year, my highest expectations, and I would have been happy with 7 wins. Like, dude, that would have been like fucking pushed. No, sorry, cussing. Um, Family show. No, it's not a family show. No, but my expectations were honestly 7 wins, and I would have been happy with that because at least that's some progress. That's all of the wins I've seen in 2 years plus a game and a half. You know,
I wouldn't think the Bengals would be
no one did.
playoff
No one
bound,
did. And
honestly.
you know what? When the media said it, a lot of the Bengals fans were like, well, why would they say that?" I was like, "Well, dude, I was on Twitter. You guys said the same thing. Shut up, like
Yeah,
all of you."
everybody did. Nobody thought
Well,
that, and
it's
it's just
because
again, like my favorite game of the season was Bengals versus Chiefs.
yeah,
It really was. It was just I just could not get enough of Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow.
dude. To be honest, I might not watch the game today because while the Bengals were losing to the Chiefs, I was watching. I was like, "No, what? I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna leave." I left at halftime, bro, to go work out, and I came back to them tied up, and I was like, I'm the problem. No,
Just go sit in a closet by yourself.
happy thoughts, happy
Happy
thoughts.
thoughts.
No, but like when it comes to coaching staffs and players in general, and just home field advantage, the fact that they play in a dome, we don't. It's gonna be cold. It's gonna be 30 degrees and feel like 15. The boys in Las Vegas don't know. They don't know about that.
Yep.
So, I think on just an aspect of just all the advantages, man, I think it's gonna be like around probably Bengals. I'm gonna say Bengals 28, Raiders 17.
I like that. I like that a lot. I think it's going to be if everything goes your way and Joe Burrow and you get a good solid game plan. I think you can really take advantage of the Raiders, and they've
Mhm.
shown that they've let teams really take them. And it really is on that defensive line. You need to make sure that they're not teeing off on Joe Burrow, and I think you are gonna. I think an 11 point is a easy, if not even more. So, yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I
when you
like
did,
11
to be
points.
honest, man,
I like that a lot.
like
That's a good score.
if bro, I'm not gonna lie. The last time the Bengals won a playoff game, I was born 23 days later. Yeah. So, dude, my entire life of existence, the Bengals have not won a playoff game. And I'm not gonna lie, man, I might be filled with all kinds of emotions after this. To be honest, man, I don't know what's gonna happen. Dude, for all I know, I might cry. Like I might cry, dude.
Right.
Like it's just, dude, 30 years of a playoff drought, it takes a lot on you, man, especially if you talk
A
football.
win.
And you have
A
to
win.
and right. Just a playoff win, dude. For a lot of fans, dude, this is a Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of how much heartache, trauma, and the expectations, pretty much the media crapping on you for 30 years, Yeah. Well, I mean, to be
25.
honest, man, the Cowboys get as much love as they hate. The Bengals just get straight up crapped on. Like,
And everybody says it. And I've always man, I've liked a lot of players from the Bengals, man. And I've watched them a lot. And this is just it just seems like it's that special year for them.
yeah.
And I hope it just keeps continuing.
I really believe also, just a side note, I really believe Willie Anderson, aka the best right tackle of the last 30 years, should be in the Hall of Fame. So I doubt any Hall of Fame voters will ever watch this, but know that that's my stance this year, and he needs to be in. And it's like, I think that whenever you've seen the amount of the amount of sacks this guy lit up his entire career, I think it equals to less than 10, and he played for like 10 years.
A sack a year. Yes.
Yeah, dude.
With
I think
real,
he went.
with,
Sorry.
with real football players.
I'm sorry if I'm off. I'm on this. Is off my dome. I think that for like 3 seasons he didn't allow a single sack. Yeah. And 3 consecutive All-Pro nominations, first team All-Pro nominations. The fact that he isn't already in the Hall of Fame is kind of a travesty. And also, Kenny Riley should also be in the Hall of Fame, and Ken Anderson.
Well, think about this, and this is what I'll say to this, and this may bring even more strength to your point. Look at what they did to Drew Pearson.
Yeah,
they didn't even put him in there with the Centennial class.
Yeah,
with all the people from his decade. He was the original receiver for the Hail Mary. When they coined the Hail Mary,
yeah,
they didn't even give him anything.
Yeah.
And he was gritty, and he had an unblemished record, like nothing wrong with him. And they didn't even put him in there with Roger Staubach.
Right.
I get T.O.'s point about giving the middle finger to the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of prima donnas.
They play a lot of politics, man.
They play a lot of politics.
If you're not a big market, you're not going to get in.
And honestly, I know Drew Pearson is just class act, but I would have threw that back in their face. I would have shut the door in their face when they were like, hey, we'll give it to you now. Well, that's because you had to watch me basically cry in front of my whole family that I couldn't get in there with my quarterback, that I'm the one who caught that ball.
Right.
That created the Hail Mary. My tangent. But yes, Will Anderson.
No,
Willie Anderson?
Willie Anderson, Kenny Riley, and Ken Anderson.
You don't allow a sack with the real football. You know they trapped our entire.
He blocked all the greats, like literally all the greats that we knew. Like Lawrence Taylor, he blocked
the greatest linebacker to ever play the game.
Why am I blanking on his name? He played at Buffalo. He owns this. He owns the career sack record, over 200 sacks. He never had a sack on him, ever. And they played multiple times. Well, off the tangent, dude. Off the tangent. Sorry, but Kenny Riley should also be there. He's fifth all time in interceptions. 65 interceptions over his career. Not in there. But yeah, dude. I think that when it comes back to the Raider game. Sorry, we went off on a little bang.
We go tangents, y'all. This is how we do things.
All right. So Raiders game, I got 28-17 Bengals. What do you got?
I'd say the same thing, man. Honestly, I just like that score. I think a few touchdowns, a field goal, maybe another field goal, just to punch it in there. They got a really good kicker. The Raiders do. He's been a solid kicker. I don't think he's missed from 50, if I remember.
Yeah.
He hasn't missed all season from 50. So I could see them getting some easy points because he just has that leg. What's his Raiders kicker? What's his name?
Carlson.
Yeah, he's had a fantastic season. So
our rookie's been pretty good.
Maybe being 28, just because they're going to be able to get a lot from his leg.
So 28-20 Bengals.
Yep. Bengals. I think the Bengals. I don't want to overhype them, but gosh, how can you not feel love for the Bengals right now?
I feel good about it. I feel really good about it.
Yep.
But yeah. So I guess one last thing is that who dey?
How about them Cowboys?
All right, let us know your score predictions in the comments below. Be sure to like the video, all that stuff, YouTube, blah, 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 blah. All right. Well, if you're a Bengal fan watching, who dey? Who dey say they're going to beat them Bengals? Who dey? Who dey? Who dey say they're going to beat them Bengals? Nobody. All right. See ya.